Bear down, Bears fans. Welcome into another edition of the Windy City Breeze. On today's episode, I'm going to tell you why me, a Justin Fields fan, is ready to embrace Caleb Williams and why you should be too. All that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. It's the only channel to talk Chicago sports, how Chicago talks. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. So it's over. The Justin Fields era in Chicago is over, and many of us are upset about it. Many Justin Fields fans feel like he was dealt the wrong deal, and I'm here to tell you, you are 110% right. Justin Fields was dealt a bad hand here in Chicago. Justin Fields was screwed over here in Chicago, but that does not mean that we should not look to embrace the future quarterback that is going to come in here. And that is the rhetoric that I see pushed around on social media, pushed around on the internet, pushed around on X or Twitter, whatever y'all are calling it now. That is the type of thing where now you're a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And for the people that are like, well, I'm rooting for the Steelers now, you're a weirdo in general. Like, you bear down or not at all. Like, get up out of here. You've dealt with much worse than this, and now all of a sudden we're Steelers fans. But here's my thing. I understand being upset that Justin Fields was not given a fair chance here in Chicago, but that does not mean you do not embrace the future quarterback that is coming in, because you have to realize, no matter how upset you are that Fields was done wrong, that the quarterback walking in the door is coming into the greatest scenario that you can come into as a first overall pick. Last year, Bryce Young's best weapons were Jonathan Mingo and freaking Adam Thielen, Chuba Hubbard, guys. Yeah, I mean, you've got a young man in Caleb Williams, and here's my thing. The biggest problem that I've had with a lot of people that have done this is there's been this blind hate, and you haven't done research. You haven't broken down what this kid can actually do. You sit there and look at the highlights, or you sit there and look at the lowlights, and you go, that's what it is. And for most people in Chicago, you sit there and just look at the Notre Dame game. Look at something other than the Notre Dame game, because when I tell you, even as much of a Fields fan as I was, you can still see talent in other quarterbacks. I like Justin Fields. Guess what? I also like Lamar Jackson. Guess what? I also like Pat Mahomes. I can see all of their talent. And when I watch Caleb Williams play, you can see his talent. You can see a young man that, yes, is going to have to make a transition to the NFL level. But I'll tell you this, he's the one that is most ready. And I do not want to hear this, well, what if the Bears go get Drake May? Well, what if the Bears go get Jaden Daniels? It is a head and shoulders difference at the top of this thing. And not to say that those other quarterbacks aren't talented, not to say that they couldn't all come in here and be successful. I do believe that. I think that Ryan Poles has built you a scenario right now where Drake May could step in here and figure out how to play, where Jaden Daniels could step in here and figure it out how to play. Heck, where JJ McCarthy could step in here and figure out how to play it, because you've added Keenan Allen. You got DJ Moore last year. You went out and you signed Cole Kmet to an extension. You've got Gerald Everett. You've got DeAndre Swift. You've got 5 legitimate weapons at every single level of this thing that a rookie quarterback can come into and throw the football to. That is a very different scenario, and for the most part, that is the reason to embrace it. But just looking at it from a Caleb Williams versus the field kind of scenario, listen, when you look at a guy whose pocket presence, when you go through his game and you look at his pocket presence, very poised in the pocket, maybe gets a little scrambled when the line breaks down, which the line had a tendency to break down at USC. Or, you know, the guy's taking a little bit longer to get open, but the Bears feel like he's the best guy as far as anticipatory throws that is on the market right now, and that translates really well to an NFL level. They also feel like he's one of the better guys in the pocket, and I think that that's something when you look at Drake May, that's what you're looking for from him, a pocket presence. Okay, what's he going to be able to do? Because he's not killing you with his elite athleticism, right? Oh, by the way, also more athletic than Drake May, also can make off-platform throws better than Drake May can. You look at Jaden Daniels, maybe a guy a little bit more off platform, a little bit more athletic, can also throw the football very well. But again, Caleb Williams, to me, size-wise, a little bit different, right? Jaden Daniels, bigger guy, probably going to be able to put some weight on at the NFL level. Maybe you can get Justin Fields 2.0 in Jaden Daniels. But when I look at the passing versus the top defenses, when I look at passing versus those guys that really can get after you, right? And we look at rewatching a lot of those Caleb Williams games, looking through a lot of those, like, okay, why is his record versus these top teams so bad? Why is it that he's struggling? Well, you look at the games end 56-45, and you're just going, well, Jesus, if I had to put up 45 points, I might lose the game too. I think that, right, we take the overall losses and don't look at the reason why the losses happen. Not to say that, and that's what this time of the year is, right? And let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. Let me know how you guys feel about the whole Caleb Williams era that seems like it's about to begin here in Chicago, and if you're willing to embrace it. But that's what a lot of this time is. It's not, okay, what does this guy do well? What does that guy do well? What does this guy do better? What does that guy do better? It's, what does this guy suck at? Okay, does that guy suck at it? All right, he doesn't suck at that. What do you suck at? You suck at everything. Get out of here. It's the slander time of year. And I think that realistically, when you look at the overarching point of he's never won the big game, he's never made it to the national championship, he's never, okay, well, why? The same things that we say for Justin Fields, we have to be able to say for this young man that is coming in to a scenario where that's not going to be the case anymore. Why does he have those losses versus those big name teams? Why is he, not getting the job done? Is it because he's throwing 6 interceptions and the ball's going the wrong way, or he's fumbling the game away? Now, some of those he did fumble the game away, right? Let's fix that. Not to say that he's got some issues holding on to that football. Right, we gotta fix that at this level, but we had that with Justin as well. But why? That's my question. Do we all know why? Or are we just looking at the overarching points that mainstream media is putting out there and saying, well, this is why you got to do it. This is why you shouldn't do it. Because he's this, and this, right? That's like the people that bring up Justin Fields is 10 and 24 in his time here in Chicago. Why? The same question I'm asking for Justin, I'm asking with Caleb. And as a person who is a Justin Fields fan, but I am a Chicago Bears fan, I am excited to see Caleb Williams walk through that door. I am excited to see a young quarterback. Not because of him, not because of what he brings from the college level to the NFL, because who knows what transitions, what doesn't. But because Ryan Poles, the GM of this team, has built the scenario that it is going to be very, very hard to fail in instead of very hard to succeed in, like we dealt with our quarterback for the last 6 years. Let's go back to Mitch as well. We've got a quarterback coming into a scenario that it's very hard to fail in, and you don't want to embrace this? He paints his fingernails. I guarantee you, he throws 40 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. You're going to be painting your fingernails right with him. Because that's how a lot of people fan around here. He's the devil until all of a sudden he's the archangel that saves the day. And I'm not saying that's what Caleb Williams is going to be, but you're coming into a situation where he is allowed to be that, where he can grow into that. Think about Pat Mahomes. Think about it. When he talked about having a full understanding of the game, he had already been to 2 Super Bowls and won one. He had already been to the big dance, won a Super Bowl, been to the AFC title game 3 times at that point, and lost the Super Bowl. Because the opportunity allowed him. The opportunity allowed him to grow into becoming that player. That's what you have here. Now, from a coaching standpoint, do we have Andy Reid? I don't think so. There's a lot of pressure on Shane Waldron as well to develop this young guy. But you've also got a scenario now that you haven't had for the last 6 years. The coordinator coming in got to pick his QB. The coordinator coming in got to say, that's the guy I want. Maybe that guy can be good. Maybe he can have a great time. Maybe he can play really well, but that's the guy I want. We haven't had that. Matt Nagy was forced onto Mitch Trubisky. By the time Matt Nagy got to Justin Fields, Matt Nagy was on the hot seat already. We were already ready to get him out of the town. The team was in shambles at that point, right? We were ready to run him out of the city. For good reason. I'm not saying it was for the wrong reason, for good reason. Then you look at Flus coming in. Flus has the QB where he's got to just kind of figure things out on the fly. He's trying to figure out how to be a head coach. You bring in Luke Getsy. He's trying to figure out how to be an OC. This guy has no idea what's going on. I have no belief that Luke Getsy was ever the answer, and I pray for the souls of the quarterbacks that are going to be playing out in Vegas out there. Yeah, I mean, because guess what? Expect screen pass after screen pass after screen pass. And no, I don't believe that was just because of Justin Fields' inability to read a defense. No, I think that it was because you didn't have a great depth of play calling, and everybody on the team called you out for it. Right? We only remember Justin Fields calling him out for it, but everybody on the team called him out for it. DJ Moore, Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus, Chase Claypool did it in the wrong way, but Chase Claypool did it. Darnell Mooney. Like, where we want to get a line at with how we dislike the play calling here. I understand Justin Fields was screwed over. But now you're in a situation where our young quarterback coming in has an opportunity to start his career throwing footballs to DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. Maybe you're going to add another wide receiver in there, maybe a Roma Dunze or Malik Neighbors if it ends up falling that way for you at 9, or you move back and you attack the center position even more, right? Or you maybe take it a little bit later in the draft. You go get Brendan Rice, and now Brendan Rice gets the opportunity to learn from DJ Moore and Keenan Allen. Like those are great scenarios to be in. Oh, by the way, Shane Waldron likes this guy. It is okay to be a Justin Fields fan and embrace the bright future that is possibly coming here to Chicago. Because I guarantee you on Sundays, half of you guys that are whining right now won't be swinging terrible towels. You'll be screaming, "Bear down, Chicago Bears." There was a lot of nonsense that went on this offseason. But my God, if you see the team that is assembled here, oh, by the way, with a top 5 defense in place, if you see the team that is assembled here, and you go, "I'm out now." You telling me you went through Rex, Orton, Cutler, Mitch, Dalton, Foles, who am I missing? Freaking, we really only have 4 games. We got Glennon. You've made it through Justin Fields, Tyson Bagent. I can't even name all of the quarterbacks that have played for the Bears. Those are just the main guys that have been the starters. You went through all of that, and you see what's being built here now, and you're going, "I'm going to go wave a terrible towel." Have fun. I wanted Justin Fields to be able to thrive in this, but he can't. Business is business. Stand on it. And I'm going to embrace the next QB that comes in here, because the business of the game is that he's in a position very much unlike any quarterback that we've ever seen. This is asinine at this point. It's like if Patriot fans were whining for Drew Bledsoe when Tom Brady's winning games. It's like if Chief fans were still like, "I don't know, that Alex Smith guy, he had something." And I understand those were better scenarios to go win in. I understand those were better teams than what we are right now. But you finally have a chance to become those teams. And you're out? Nah. Drop a bear down in the chat because we're all Bears fans, die hard, and we're going to support whatever QB walks through that door. Caleb Williams seems like he is the general consensus, but if it's Jaden Daniels, if it's Drake May, if it's JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix, Michael Penix, I'll be sitting here on Sundays doing Bears watch parties cheering for the young man. Are you ready to embrace the next quarterback that comes to Chicago? That's the question that I have for you. And guess what? We can sit here and still continue to complain about what Fields did or didn't get. He's not here anymore. Go have success in Pittsburgh. Will it suck to see if we don't have success here? Yeah. But the decision is made. And for one, I think it's not a bad decision when you look at the situation that's been built here. But hey, that's just me, a diehard Bears fan. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below, man. I'm sure there's going to be some visceral comments on this video here, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave that 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear done. Peace.